Very first thing I do is use my Lounge Rival Heat Shield. This stuff is awesome. I spray it on my hair while it's wet before I blow dry, and then spray it again just really lightly all the way around before I put any other hot tools, whether it's a curling iron, a flat iron, a wand, a waver, a crimper, whatever. You can do this a number of ways. I'm using my 1-inch curling iron because it has a clamp. I do not like wands for a couple of reasons. Number one, I always burn my hands on them. Number two, when I use a wand and I wrap it around, my hair only gets heat on the side that's against the wand. And when you're using a clamp, the heat comes in on both sides, which means that you're not using excessive heat on one side and not on the other, which means you don't have to hold the heat in your hair until it gets all the way through, which keeps your hair a little bit healthier, a little bit less heat damage. But my curls it's getting the heat from the outside in instead of just from one side and having to go all the way through. Does that make sense? So I prefer a curling iron for sure. Now, when you're doing these curls, I'm just going to start and explain as I go. When you're doing these curls, the curls that are in front, or the hair that's in front of my ear, I always curl away from my face, always back. So anything like from my ear forward, it's going to curl back away from my face, but that is the only time I only curl my hair one direction. Once I get behind my hair, I alternate my behind my ear, sorry, I alternate my curls. I always leave this teeny tiny little tail out. I only hold it on there for maybe 3 to 5 seconds is all, not long at all. Let me grab a brush. Comb through my hair so that the heat can go evenly so I don't have any crazy like little chunks or anything like that. And then I alternate one curl forward, one curl back, all the way around for a couple of reasons. Number one, I do not love the look of when all your curls kind of fold into one, like they all the way around your head, they are all going the same direction. That's not my favorite look. It's fine, I mean, for other people, and I don't think that they look terrible. I just don't like it on me. So I alternate all the way around my head, one curl forward, one curl back, one curl forward, one curl back. Okay, so now you can see that I have kind of these pieces that are straight down here, right? I have my big boofy ones, and then I have a couple straight ones. If it's a long one, if it's coming up from a little bit higher like this one is, I'll go ahead and throw a curl in it. This one is behind my ear, so I'm going to curl it forward just so I have a little bit of difference. So number one, I alternate them so that my hair curls don't all just blend into one, and it doesn't look like I just have one big giant wave that's never ending on my hair. Number two, I'll curl them opposite because it gives it a little bit more texture, a little bit more pieciness, which also adds to the little bit of volume. So heat right against my head, but pulling in an upward motion so I have that body and lift right where the heat is. I'm pulling straight up. Let it sit there for just a couple seconds. Pull that curl through. Okay, now this is what I do for the middle. Part my hair straight down the middle, okay? Take one piece, section that one off, separate it and keep it out of the way, just like so. This piece, comb through it, and I will actually take these in diagonal chunks. So I'm going to take this one, actually this one is in the back, so I'm going to pull this one forward, curl it forward towards the front of my face, pulling it up towards the ceiling, holding that heat right against my head, and then just kind of releasing it through. You can see how that's kind of a little bit, I took a little bit bigger piece, plus the hair on the top of my head is the longest, so it's gonna be a bigger curl on this top section than it is anywhere else, which is totally fine. And then these ones here, because they're in front of my ear, I'm going to curl those ones back. But my diagonal piece, as I'm sectioning these off, you can see how this one goes diagonal from the center of my head kind of down forward. So it looks a little bit like a pie piece. I'm going to keep going with those diagonal sections just so that my hair, when it's all done and on top of my head and finished, it's not, I don't have weird parts in it. Hold my heat there for a couple of seconds and then pull it through. And then this one, in this front piece, I hold my curling iron straight up and down so it's vertical, so I can see it right in front of my whole entire face. Grab it and I just slide it through only for a second. Pull that back, put a little bit of spray on it. If I have anything that's a little bit too ringlety, like this piece right here, you can separate just like so. And then just let them sit and cool on their own while I finish this last tiny little section. Let that cool. I'm actually going to use that cool shot on my blow dryer. And then I just kind of run my fingers through my hair and separate any of those curls. And I let my hair kind of decide which direction it wants to go. You can see how much body and volume I have in my hair just from that tiny little bit of curl. So much body and so much volume. I kind of play with my hair back and forth a couple of times and see which way I like it. I'm not really super picky. I find that the more I try to decide what I want my hair to do, the less it will do that. So I'll run my fingers through it, you know, for a minute or two, flip it back and forth and see if I could, you know, deal with it one way over the other. And it really, like, it can go either way. And it changes all the time. And in fact, if you change up your part, then you're automatically going to get just a little bit more volume anyway. So you can see that my ends, I still have these like crazy ends, which I love. That's intentional. But I don't have like, I have a hair stuck in my lip gloss. I don't, good grief. Thanks, Erin. I don't have that curl, wave straight. It's awesome. It's such a pretty look, I think, on a little bit longer hair. Or if you do it really carefully on shorter hair, you can do it and make it look good. Not with a 1-inch. I'd probably need to do it with a bigger curling iron or with my flat iron. My flat iron is also a 1-inch, but it's a little bit easier to get bigger waves out of it. So with this 1-inch curling iron and going as fast as I normally do, I like to have that little bit. See how, I mean, I just have mayhem, and that's my favorite. I love it. I love it. My ring light is in the way of my mirror, so I can't totally see what I'm doing. But that's it, you guys. This literally takes me definitely under 10 minutes. A lot of times when I'm just burning through it, I can do my hair in just 5 minutes. And it's quick and easy and it lasts all day long. I don't have to touch it up. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have anything. So again, like I said, I'm going to have one house project a day and one tutorial a day. If you have any requests, let me know. I am absolutely, so I don't know if that paused or not. But what I was saying was I take requests. I don't know what you want to see unless you let me know what you want me to show you, but I am happy to show you anything that I can, anything that I have experience with. Like I said, I am not a hairdresser by any means, but I know how to do my own. hair. I have very thin, very fine hair, obviously short hair, and I like volume, and I like big, and I like crazy, and I like my hair to just be out there. I'm gonna do giveaways for referring your friends too. So there will be lots of fun things happening over the next couple weeks. So let me know what I can help you with. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.